Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I am going to be showing you guys how I created this makeup look here. I had no plan for this makeup look whatsoever. You guys will see like me just going one thing at a time and kind of coming up with the next step and the next color. But I am very excited to present to you guys the Bloodlust palette by Jeffree Star. It's so beautiful. It's covered in velvet. Like, who does that? I fell in love with this palette before I even saw like the colors inside. I knew I just wanted this for the packaging. It's so beautiful. It has this little like clutch thing to open. The colors on the inside, just a little sneak peek before we get into the video, are so pretty. I didn't do a swatch today like I normally do on the palettes, but you guys will see how great they go on the eyes. It also has like a big mirror on the inside for those of you that enjoy a large mirror on the palettes. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy this palette if you guys have it already. I would love to see like what makeup looks you guys created. This is what I came up with. If you guys want to see how I created today's makeup look, you guys know what to do. Just keep on watching the video. All right, so I've gone ahead and I've done my brows off camera, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little bit of concealer to clean them up just a bit, like kind of under here, but also to prep my lids for the eyeshadow. For that, I'm gonna use the Tarte the Shape Tape. I am in the shade Light Sand, which is also 205. For this, I am using the Morphe M410 brush. The palette that I'm going to be using today is the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette, and I kind of want to swatch just a few of them. This one right here looks probably the prettiest to me. It's like the one that catches my eye right away. This one is called Wet Jewel, and it literally does look like a wet, like type of like highlight almost. So beautiful. The one right below it is called Pink Magic, and it's so pigmented. So sparkly. Of course, there's a whole bunch of other colors that really caught my attention, but we're gonna go ahead and play with those on my eye and on my eyes and see what they look like. You know, sometimes putting them on a brush and adding them to your actual like eyes, to your face, it's not the same result. So I'm gonna go ahead and begin. So obviously there's a whole bunch of purples in this palette, and it's such a heavy palette. This is definitely not like a travel size palette. It's not gonna be convenient for taking with you on the go, but I'm okay with that. I'm gonna go ahead and start with this purple here, and this one is called Vivid Mood. I don't really mind a little fallout. I'm going to be doing my eyes first and then my foundation, so really if I do have any fallout, I could just clean it up right after, and it should be fine. Since this is going to be kind of like a transition shade, I don't want it to be super dark, although we are going to build it and kind of get it there eventually. But this one is going to be going up like really high, so I want it to be a little bit lighter. I am also taking the Morphe M433 brush to do that. I haven't been doing my makeup as consistently as I was before, like when I was working and stuff, but my hands, I noticed that my hands kind of get more tired, like with the blending and stuff, only because they're not used to it anymore. I got so lazy during the quarantine. I got so lazy, and I probably should have took advantage of that and recorded more like videos and stuff, but I was trying to enjoy it as much as I could and just, you know, see the positive in it, which was just like waking up late, not having a routine, not having like a schedule or anything. So going to sleep at whatever time, you know, waking up at whatever time, and then literally sitting on your couch and doing nothing. Like a lot of girls, you know, took the time to do that, to do their makeup and then just sit on the couch all day. Me, I wanted to just actually enjoy being lazy. So I never did. I also kind of saw it as like a waste of makeup, really. For what? For like pictures, you know, like do your makeup and take cute pictures, upload them and stuff, and then just chill on your couch. Like, I didn't really see a point in that. So I didn't have any good reason really, but other than maybe adding content on my channel. But I record on here whenever I want anyway. It's not like I have a schedule, so I did not mind. The next color that I'm taking is Blood Queen. So it's a purple, but it's a little bit more intense. And I'm taking that one here in the crease. Oh yeah, that's pretty. That's kind of what I'm going for. I want it to be darker, to really outline the crease in my eye. And then I'm gonna kind of fan it out a little bit. All right, so for the bottom part of my eye, I'm actually gonna take a Q-tip and I'm gonna take some makeup remover. I'm gonna use that to get rid of some of that purple, because if I remember correctly, trying to cover up the purple with concealer isn't always the best idea, only because purple is really, it stains a lot. So I'm carefully trying to cut out my crease with makeup remover instead and just completely get rid of it, and then I'll just put more concealer. All right, so that's how that's gonna look. Now that I have that in there, I am going to add more concealer. This purple one here, really pretty. This is that very first one that I what is it called, swatched for you guys, and then I did that one right below it. So I'm going to be taking that one at the bottom, and I'm just going to be using that all over the lid. But I don't want to go all the way to that dividing part of the crease. I actually want to add another shadow there, so I'm gonna try my hardest not to go all the way up. So before I even do the other eye, I'm gonna just try what I'm envisioning before I even do it to the other one, and then not even like it. So I'm gonna take a smaller brush. I'm gonna try it with this one. This is like a really small, very defined brush. It is the M250-0, I believe. And it's like a really detailed brush for precisely this. I'm taking the shade called Scandal Water. It's like a periwinkle, and I want to add this right underneath. Yeah, I don't know if it's like picking it up really, so I'm gonna keep trying to apply this one, but if it doesn't really show up, I'm gonna try a different shade. There's one that's a little bit darker in the palette. It's not picking it up that well. I'm gonna go ahead and just add a different one. It's gonna be Vile Serpent, and it's like the teal in the palette. This one down here, I'm gonna take that one instead. Yeah, this one's a lot darker. I'm gonna be bringing that out all the way underneath. So I'm just gonna keep working on this and just thickening it up, thickening it, making it thicker and more bold. Now that I've done my eyeliner, there's actually a shade in the palette that it's black with purple, this one here, and I think I want to add that too right over the black. See if that shows up at all. And I'm gonna try to use that same detailed brush, you know, that hasn't really been picking up much, but this is a black, so I feel like this one might pick it up a little bit easier. So this is really just adding a little bit of purple like sparkle. I feel like this color would look really pretty on its own, just like a black night out look. But just to try it out. It's really hard to see it. I got so much glitter going on already that it's probably, yeah, it's not gonna show up that much, but I could see a little bit of the purple. I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning the under eye. So I'm just curling my lashes. I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara, pop on my lashes, and then I will be right back. All right, so I've got my lashes on. I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping my face for foundation. Lately, I've been using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and I have been really enjoying this. This helps a lot with my pores. I feel like I have a lot of like open pores. But yeah, I feel like my pores are a lot bigger than I would like them to be. So I take some of this stuff and I kind of like press it into my pores, and so then I kind of just work this into my skin. Feels really nice too. It's like really thick, and it really makes my foundation go on a lot smoother, and I feel like it looks a lot better. My pores really do seem to look smaller. For the foundation, I'm still stuck on the I Am Magic foundation by Juvia's. Although I am in the shade Guido, I wore that yesterday and I realized that it was a little bit light for me. So I'm just a little bit bronzier than I am typically, like I guess like in the winter. I'm a little bit bronzed, not a whole lot, but I do have one shade. It's called Martinique. Wait, this is Guido. I don't want Guido. So I do have one other shade that I got during the summer that was a little bit darker for me. So I think I'm gonna have to go back to using that shade, but this is called Martinique and it's in the shade 500. And I'm just gonna add that today because you'll notice it's a lot darker, but it actually does oxidize. So it's gonna change a little bit. It's gonna settle into my skin and it'll look fine. It's slightly darker. It's not like really dark. I'm not concentrating in this area so much right now, as you guys can see, and that's only because I'm going back in with the concealer, so I don't want to like layer it so much. So as you can see, it covers up, I mean it matches up a lot better now. It's not as dark. Okay, I think that should be good. So I'm gonna take my Milani pressed powder. This is in the nude shade number 2. And I'm just picking some up with my beauty blender and pressing that right in as well. So that's gonna help prevent any creasing. It's also going to give me a more mattified look, which also helps minimize all my pores. I'm just gonna add a little bit of setting spray. This is the Grace and Stella Spray All Day. I have been using this a lot, and I mean for as much as I've been doing my makeup, I still have a lot left, so. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the bottom part of my eyes, and I'm just gonna keep using the palette. I'm trying to use as many colors as I can. So for this next part, I actually want to try my inner corner, and for that I want to use the white shade. So I'm gonna take that one, but then on top of it I'm gonna add, I think, some of this highlight, or maybe even that one, but I think I really want to try that one. That one looks really well, you know, it's called Wet Jewel, so it gives you like that wet look. I think that'll look really pretty in the inner corner. So what brush to use? I'm gonna take my favorite inner corner highlight brush at the moment. It is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill brush JH39, and it's super small but really dome shaped as well. It's perfect for this like area here. So I'm gonna take the white and after that I'm gonna add wet jewel with the same brush. Hopefully it picks it up really well. And I'm just gonna add it right on top. Oh, you can't even see it. Yeah, it's not even really picking anything up. I'm gonna try it with my finger, which I hate to do, but I am going to try it just because when I picked it up with my finger for the swatch, it just looks so pretty. See, I don't know why it goes on so much nicer with my finger. I don't know what it is, but I know a lot of the glitters always go on better with your finger rather than a brush. So that looks really pretty. For the bottom part of my eyelashes, I wanted to do I was actually originally thinking of doing the teal on the bottom and then just doing the periwinkle here, but since that didn't work out, I think I want to try, because I want to try all these different colors, I'm going to try the red. That's probably a terrible idea, huh? I think I'm going to try this red. There's so many purples going on that I don't want to use all the purples on my eyes. I want to try combining more colors and just using more colors really. So I am going to start with the red on the bottom, and then maybe I'll use a little bit of like this darker one. Maybe I can use a little bit of that to warm it up a bit, kind of make it more sort of like a burgundy almost. For the bottom, I am going to be using the Morphe M152 brush. All of these brushes are from the James Charles collection. Let me see. They're all from the James Charles collection. Like, it's dirty already, but yeah, I've really been enjoying these brushes. They work really well. Oh, looking at that inner corner up close, it looks pretty. Okay, so I'm just taking some of that red and I'm just gonna slowly start to build it up. Wow, that is so intense. So pretty. I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of that black. Well, it's not black, the dark purple that has like some gray tone in it. It's called Dungeon, that one that I had just told you guys about. And I'm gonna add just a tiny bit on the outer corner to smoke it out a little. And just to make it a little bit darker, to kind of give like that smoky eye kind of look. Just on the outer corner, because I really like how that red looks. Just like that. See how that just looks so much like smokier than that? That looks pretty, but I feel like that looks a lot better. So I'm gonna be completely honest, when I started this video, I kind of knew that I wanted to add like that cut crease like thing in the center, the color. That was like about it. I did not have an idea of what I wanted to do, and I've just been going along with it. Like, I don't know when I'm gonna stop, and I don't know how far I'm gonna take it and how it's gonna look, and I don't know nothing. I just want to know like how good the product is, how good the colors show, like how pretty they look on the skin, kind of just go from there. But so far they've been doing really well, and I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the shades, 9 9 of the shades I've used. And I mean, I think I'm pretty much done using the shades, unless I think I'm gonna add one more. Yeah, so I'm gonna use one more shade for like the bone, the brow bone. Where is my little, I'm just gonna use that same little brush that I use because I don't have a smaller one right now. But I'm gonna take Beauty Sleep. I'm gonna take, so I used that one for the inner corner. I'm gonna take that one and I'm gonna add that on the brow bone. This one's not like a shadow like that one. It's not like glitter like that one is. This is more pressed. Can you guys see that? That is such a pretty, really, really pretty sheen. Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, so officially I've used 10 shades. The only one that's like disappointed me is the periwinkle, but only because it was so light and I couldn't, maybe if I use it like all over the eyelid, maybe that'll look pretty too. But yeah, that's the only one that I couldn't really get a good payoff from using it. But yeah, this palette is so beautiful. I love it so much. As you can tell, it does a really good job. It applies really nice. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of lower lash mascara. Then I'm gonna come back and bronze the rest of my face with you guys. I like a lot of lower lash mascara, so I take forever applying mascara, but on the bottom, but I feel like it makes a difference because I have really, really small bottom lashes. So that's pretty much the finished look on the eyes. I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze my face really quick. You guys have seen me do this many times before, so I'm not gonna like sit here and explain to you guys what I'm doing, or really take my time like showing you guys. But yeah, I guess kind of like my feedback on the palette. I really like it. I think it works really well. Packaging itself, like, just talks so much. I love the packaging. I feel like this is probably my favorite, with the velvet all over on the palette itself. I don't think I've ever seen a palette made out of just like all velvet. I feel like that's so sexy. It looks so pretty. And then purple, of course, like that purple that he went with is really nice. Maybe it's a little bit on the spendier side, but honestly I feel like all of his products are worth it because of how good they are. Like my favorite lipsticks, I'm not kidding, like hands down, are all of the Jeffree Star lipsticks, like all of these ones. Oh no, I'm just gonna leave the clear gloss today. I love all of his products. I don't have too many of his products, but the ones that I've had so far I really, really like and I'm really impressed with. Okay, so a little bronze, a little bit of blush as well. I picked up this new one. Maybe I'll just use a little bit of this one. This is the Fit Me blush in the shade Sepa la Chingada. I don't know what shade this is, honestly, but it's like this really pretty pink. It's got sparkles in it too. So it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Milani one. I don't think I have like a matte blush. Should probably get one. Well, I realized I didn't really have any other blushes but the Milani one that I use. This one here that you guys have seen me use many times before. But I really do like that one. So anyway, I picked up that during the quarantine, like I was just online shopping. I also picked up this e.l.f. Blush palette, which has a couple of them. I think I've been using this one mainly. It's like a corally blush. That's more of a bronzer, and then these two are a lot pinker. So I haven't been using those as much, but I mean, it works okay. I don't love it. But this one's okay too, the Fit Me. I like really subtle blushes. I don't like blushes that are super bright and like in your face, you know. I don't love blush like that much, so just a little bit for me. And then I'm gonna add some highlight. For a makeup look like this, I feel like I need to go with like a really strong highlight. I'm gonna use my Glow Kit, of course, by Anastasia. I feel like there is no better highlight than this one. When you want like a really exaggerated, like dramatic in your face highlight, like this is the one. And I'm just slowly tapping it on. The only thing about this is that it does have a lot of like loose glitter, I think, in it. So when you swipe it, it goes like all in my hair, it goes all over my face. And so I kind of start with it softly. Look at that, it's so pretty. I start really softly with this one by tapping it and kind of leaving like the loose glitter on the area where I want it. And then from there, I kind of start to sweeping it in, just sweep it in like that. But even then, like, I don't know if you can see it, there's still like some little glitter parts. I like to use just like an extra brush with nothing on it to kind of clean up, especially with all this glitter that we've been working with. Like, I'm surprised it's not like all over my face more than it is right now. I am missing nose contour. I just been doing that a lot more lately, and I don't do it really to snatch my nose. I just do it more so that my nose kind of blends in better too, so that it doesn't like disappear, you know. I like it to have a little bit of color too, so that it just kind of like blends in with the rest of my makeup. Oh, by the way, this is the E62 brush by Morphe and James Charles as well. I love this one for contouring nose. It's like, I don't know, it's perfect. It just like really hugs your nose. All right, and like I mentioned, I'm not gonna add any lipstick. I honestly just don't feel like it. I think the eye makeup is enough and the gloss is fine. I'm just gonna leave it. Alexa, pause music. So I'm just gonna leave. I feel like the face looks really, really pretty. Everything from applying the foundation and like this really helps a lot, like for the face. If you are into like your face looking really, really pretty, which who isn't, you know, like if you want your foundation to look flawless, and if you're somebody who has like bigger pores like I do, I feel like I really do. So I found this and I've honestly been loving it. If you are interested in it, I would look into it right away because it sells out like crazy. Yeah, it's really good. So it makes, I mean, look, like I have no filter. You can still see some of my pores, but they don't look nearly as bad as I feel like they do when I don't apply that. Pressing the powder right into the skin right after as well, and then setting it with the setting spray, like all of those things together make it that much nicer too. So anyways, that's just something that I get really excited about because I feel like I want my skin to look nice at all times. And if your skin doesn't look good, then the rest of your face, come on, like it's really, even though you have like a nice eye look, it's not gonna look as good if your skin is like ugly or patchy or, you know, like cakey looking. That's gonna steal the attention. So all right guys, well this wraps up today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys did, leave me a little comment down below. It just lets me know that you guys are there, that somebody out there is actually watching my videos. You could also give this video a thumbs up if you guys did enjoy the video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.